Hello everyone and welcome to our channel. It's Alex and Olena, and today we are going to show you DoubleTree by Hilton by the entrance to Universal Orlando. During this trip we decided not to spend too much money on a hotel since we don't really spend a lot of time there anyway. So we choose to stay outside of Universal Orlando Resort. Hotel consists of two towers with lobby located in between them. Lobby is very typical for DoubleTree by Hilton brand. Spacious with a lot of pastel colors and some deep green accents. In the lobby you can find a gift shop that sells toys, clothes, souvenirs and surprisingly even vapes. There's also American Grill restaurant, dessert shop and conference rooms. One inconvenient scene during our stay was that only 1 out of 3 elevators was working that day, which sometimes created a line of people waiting to go up and down. Our room was located on 11th floor, and we paid around $180 per night.
Guys, so this is going to be a tour of our room here. We're staying in Orlando. We're staying at the DoubleTree by Hilton at Universal Studios. First off, here's the entryway to the room. We're on the 11th floor, and I got a standard room with 2 queen beds. So we'll go into the room first, and then we'll hit the bathroom after. So you've got 2 queen beds here. You have some closet space right here next to one of the beds. There is a luggage rack, and then there is a safe also as well, if you want to put your valuables in the safe for safekeeping when you're away from the room. There's an ironing board, and then there's also an iron inside here. So if you want to iron up your clothes, wrinkle-free, there you go. They also have a laundry service as well. As you move further into the room, you've got your 2 queen beds, which is the room I got. You have a large TV. This looks pretty, it's actually really nice, the TV. It's big TV, and it actually shows my name here. Welcome Alexander, Hilton Honors Gold. Pretty cool. There's this whole area right here is also a desk, and there's a workspace right here for if you want to work on your computer or do whatever you need to do. There's lots of drawers here also built in. The furniture appears, there's also a mini fridge. I didn't see this earlier, but you have a mini fridge here. That's nice. A nice thing to have. And I've noticed that when you first walk in, everything looks relatively, like the room itself looks relatively dated, but the furniture is newer. It's just that the room itself, like I think the building is older, but they've obviously remodeled the hotel, refurbished it. But you've got one chair here, you have another chair here by the window, and then there is a view out the back here. You can't really see, it's at night. We're not facing the park, so this isn't the best view in the world, I would say. So anyhow, there is a large window right there. I noticed there's 2 free waters too that it came with. And then there's, I wanted to mention, there's also a coffee maker. So you have coffee available. And then there's an ice bucket. So if you want to fill that with ice, you can go to the ice maker down the hall somewhere and they'll have ice. You can fill that out. There is a phone here, and this is like old school phone style. I haven't seen a phone like this in a while, so obviously they didn't upgrade that part of it. But yeah, I mean, it's not a bad setup. I believe I paid somewhere around $150. No, actually, it's probably closer to like $180 a night. We'll show you how close this is to the park. For the price that I'm paying, 160, this is actually one of the lower priced hotels that you can get in the area that's so close to the park, the Universal Studios, that's within its walking distance. A lot of the other hotels that are on location, like the resorts, are like 2 to 3 times as expensive as this. Now let's move on to the restroom and show you what it looks like. You can see the carpet and the walls and everything. They didn't really refurbish that part of it. It looks pretty old and kind of grimy a little bit, and so do the walls. But yeah, the bathroom looks like it's been updated. It's not overly huge. It's narrow, but you've got your sink here. They provide some soap. There's some tissue paper, and then the shower is, you can go inside. The shower here is kind of more old school style. They didn't really remodel this part of it. You can tell it's pretty, I mean, they did the backsplash and stuff on this is kind of newer, but the shower head looks really old. And then they do have soap, conditioner, shampoo and conditioner, body wash. That's nice, but it's still like, it's not a walk-in shower. It's a bathtub style. By the sink, there's also a lotion dispenser. So that's pretty cool. I've never really seen that. Let's see how it. The only thing is it's empty. So that's a knock. Yeah, oh well. Back here, right behind the door in the bathroom, there's an extra tissues, toilet paper. There's a hair dryer also as well, and the towels are back here in case you didn't wonder, because when we came in here, the door was blocking it. I didn't notice it, but yeah, it's right back there.
Food at the hotel was a bit pricey, so we decided to check out nearby Market Plaza, which was located just about 5 minutes away on foot. It was much more budget-friendly options.
As you exit the DoubleTree Hotel from the front, if you go to your right, there is a shopping strip down there and there's a bunch of restaurants. So we're walking that way, so we'll kind of give you an idea of what's nearby. If you don't want to eat the hotel, you can simply go over here and we'll show you what they have. Okay, so it's about a 5-minute walk from the hotel. And here we have like multiple choices of food here. Options. There's a Kobe Japanese steak and seafood, which I assume is some sort of like a teppanyaki style where they cook in front of you. And then you've got like a pub, bar, Miller's Ale House. And then there's also a K-pot here, which is all you can eat Korean barbecue and hot pot. So you've got pretty good options. And then there's a Burger King right around the corner if you just want something quick, fast food. So yeah, 5 minutes from the hotel.
Now let's take a closer look at the courtyard. There was a couple really nice lounge area with comfortable seating and even a fireplace, which probably feels very cozy in the evenings. Fountain wasn't working at the end of the January, and swimming pool was also closed during this time of the year. Right next to the pool there was a hot tub, and it was actually very popular, especially in the evening, when it's got quite crowded. Towels were conveniently provided nearby. Game room is also located in a courtyard area. Inside you can find a few arcade machines and air hockey table. Fun option if you are staying with the kids or just want to relax for a bit. Self-service laundry room is also in a courtyard. There are washers, dryers and even soap vending machines, which is very convenient if you stay in there for longer. Inside the building you will find a fitness center. It's relatively spacious with large cardio area, some free weights and few additional machines. Towels are available at the entrance. Breakfast is served at Sunshine Cafe and costs $30 per person. We also tried food from Pizza, Burgers and More, since it was one of the places where we could use $15 per person daily credit. Unfortunately, food was pretty mediocre. Taste felt like defrosted deep-fried food from grocery store deli. Not terrible, but definitely nothing special. Now let's talk about how close this hotel is to the Universal Parks. There is a pedestrian bridge that goes over a freeway and takes you directly toward the Universal Orlando Resort. Walk to the resort entrance is about 15 minutes. From there, it's another 10 minutes to reach actual park gates. Overall, it's very convenient if you don't mind walking.
All right, I'm going to talk about my final thoughts of this DoubleTree hotel in Orlando, DoubleTree at the Universal Studios by Hilton. So although there are some good things, like one of the good things I like about this hotel is that entertainment-wise, the TV, they're connected to like a lot of the streaming services like Netflix and other stuff like Disney Plus. So you can definitely enjoy the TV. The rooms are not, the beds and everything, they're not bad. They're doable. They're okay, but there's far more negatives about this hotel than there are positives. So let me start off by saying that the hotel itself, maybe back 15, 20 years ago, it used to be like a really nice hotel. But since then, I think they've just kind of let it go downhill, and they haven't really updated a lot of things in the hotel. I mean, yeah, the TV's updated and maybe some of the furniture, but in general, the rooms are pretty dated. They're kind of old and a little bit like, especially in the bathroom, like the shower head, the water doesn't come out, like the pressure is kind of like weak. It doesn't really come out that good, and it's just like everything. The fixtures in the bathroom are like all like cheap and not very good. Another thing is the elevators here. When we first got here, only one elevator out of 3 elevator shafts is working. So that made it a little bit difficult to catch an elevator at like peak times when there's a lot of people. You'd have to wait a long time. And they did fix one of them, and so there are 2 operating now. But I thought that was kind of a little odd too. As a Gold Honors member, I got $15 credit for me and Olena. We each got $15 credit to spend. But the problem with that is you can only spend them at 3 different locations on the hotel. One was the breakfast restaurant. The second one was like a small like pizza, burgers, and more place. And then there's a food truck that they have outside of the hotel in the parking lot. The food truck outside in the parking lot was never open, so we couldn't use it there. And that would have been probably the cheapest option, so we could have actually utilized without having to pay any more extra a full meal there. So that option was gone. Second option is a breakfast, and it was in the breakfast locations in the back of the hotel. It's like in a weird odd spot, and it didn't even look very good, so we didn't even mess around with that. So we ended up going to this Pizza, Burgers, and More place last night, and I got some fried chicken and Ola got some chicken tenders, and it was like total of $47, somewhere around there. So I did have to pay a little bit more out of my pocket, but the meal was just not very good. The chicken tasted like it was frozen for a long time, and then the coleslaw tasted like it was like rotten. I mean, the food was just not very good at all. So that felt like kind of a waste. The one other big positive that I didn't mention too, that helps this hotel is that it is close vicinity within walking distance of Universal Studios. It's about a 15-minute walk, and that is a good thing about this hotel. And I think that's what brings a lot of guests to this hotel either way, regardless of the condition of the hotel. So that is like a positive thing about the hotel. So a lot of people will still stay here regardless. But I don't know why they don't just update the hotel more. And maybe it's just because they just assume people are going to stay here regardless. I paid about $185 per night for 2 nights here, which I find to be pretty extreme for what you get. So anyhow, yeah, that's my overall thoughts of this hotel. Not very good, pretty average, if you ask me. So yeah, not up to DoubleTree standards by Hilton for sure.
And during the checkout, we get a warm cookie. That's what the DoubleTree Hotel actually famous for.
At checkout, they offered me 2 cookies. So, and they're freshly baked because it's still hot. So let's see what it is. Oh, looks like a
Oatmeal with
Oatmeal with
nuts and
raisins.
chocolate chip.
with raisins and chocolate. I think it's good. Thumbs up.
That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next videos. Bye!